Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wants Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is being challenged to think about what they know about themselves and what options are available to them. And that's when you realize that when you feel stuck, when you feel like there's no other option, that there's an adjacent possibility, something you had previously discounted or overlooked. And it gives you a sense of security or excitement. For some of you, this is a way to improve your financial stability. And for others of you, this is a way to make a situation work with a person that you care about. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime sound. I hit my mouse. Are you guys okay? I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Good morning, Peggy. How's your weekend going? Let's dive in with the Golden Lenormand. Tell me more about these possibilities. Yeah, number 4 is the house. So this looks like possibilities affecting your overall lifestyle or living situation. It does seem to me like you have been daydreaming or very focused on a goal. I want to live here, or I want to move by then, or I want to negotiate a better mortgage, whatever it is. There's something here that you've been focused on, trying to figure out a way to make it a reality. It's like if you're trying to find a home loan, you check with a different company and they have something that you didn't know about. You know, there's a way for you to get what you want. Hello, Larry. How are you doing today? Meow. How's Shiloh doing? Hello, key controller. How are you? We got receipts, proof. Show me. Magnetic in the reverse. So something that you can resist, something you don't feel like you need. Grip. So for some of you, being able to review receipts or spending patterns helps you identify something that you don't need. So especially if you're trying to get the money needed to, purchase a car or purchase a home, something along those lines, you are set up for success if you take a close look at your expenditures or your banking situation. I feel like there's something here that you can let go of that is making it a more difficult climb for you to get to what you want. For example, this is kind of embarrassing. When I got the Xbox 360, I think that's what it was. I signed up for that Microsoft, what is it, Live? I totally forgot about it and found out that I was still paying for it a year after I stopped using it. For some of you, there's a monthly cost or a plan you could change where you're able to make the difference in savings needed for you to get what you want. So we have family, blood ties, inner circle, crickets, silence, non-action, and interlude, pause, timing factor. For some of you, there is a program or a loan that's available for you that is based on your family setup, or maybe has something to do with maybe even getting a loan from a family member. But with silence or crickets, this is saying if you don't take action on something that you can change from a financial standpoint, it may mean that the timing gets altered. So it's almost like if you don't buy a coffee on Saturday and then you don't the following Saturday, and you save up enough money just in time for the best sale of the year, then you're able to get that dress you've been looking at the whole year, or that, white suit that you've been looking at. This is about making a change with enough time to make a difference for you to be able to buy something. So we have done in the reverse, completion, lesson learned. There's still something you need to do. Yeah. And if you make that change, I feel like it has to do with monthly expenses, then this offer becomes real. It becomes something that you can actually do. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Larry. Hello, John. How are you doing? Hello, Maribel. How are you today? John, I hope you have a good day too. So this is something in the future. Like I said, you have the ability to make a change now. And I'm not telling you you can't have your morning coffee. Just because I don't drink it doesn't mean you can't. What I'm saying is there's something here that you can change and it enables you to get what you want. All right. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we need to know about this, please? Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is absolutely about independence or financial security, being able to do what you want to be able to do, right? You want to buy a house, you want to buy a car. This dude is looking at a map. There are things you could do to get where you want, right? Analyzing your receipts, looking at what you're spending money on is a big part of you being able to get to that treasure on the map, right? I like it. The number 9 could be important. We did have the 9 of Pentacles come out, and now we have the 9 of Cups. Both of these are really beautiful cards because they talk about being able to get what you want. Oh, hello, Patrick. Thank you so much, sweetie. But it's also about being able to do it on your own. You don't need to ask for things. So when we talked about the family, it could be you're lending money or you're doing something to help other people. And maybe that's something that it's time for them to take over, right? You've been on your parents' car insurance and now you get your own. There's something here that changes regarding your finances for the better, and it gets you into that place where you can get what you need. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? Hello, me. How's the coffee? Oh, I forgot to say happy Saturday back to you, Patrick. What else do we have? 3 of Wands in the reverse. The Hanged Man in the reverse. And the Page of Swords. If you neglect to do this review of expenses, or if you don't find a little bit of wiggle room in terms of being able to save more money, it leaves you in a spot where you're not able to take the action that you want. However, with this Page of Swords, when you know all of the details, when you are more precise with your budgeting, you're able to maybe even like up, how much money each month you're able to save, or you're able to change when you can buy something so you can take advantage of that sale, right? Hello, Earth Angel. How are you doing? Ace of Pentacles and the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, this is an opportunity and adjacent possibility for you to get around something that could cause some issues with regards to your home life, your finances, being able to, maybe pay rent or pay mortgage. You just have to pay close attention to the details. You can set yourself up to avoid a problem that could, otherwise take a little bit of time for you to resolve. So this is just be proactive, right? 10 of Pentacles. I love it. This is generational wealth. This is also something that can talk about family or home life, right? 3 of Pentacles and Death. So for many of you, this is suggesting that when you look at the receipts or when you think about the numbers, you may realize there's a change you need to make in terms of what you partner with, what you spend your money on. Maybe some of you are like, it's time to get rid of this streaming app. It's time to get rid of, this gym membership. Well, I guess it's still February. People probably aren't ready to do that yet. But this is saying you're able to make a change. You're able to end something like that unnecessary video game thing I was paying for. And it enables you to meet a deadline or be ready to buy something when you want to. I'm always so worried I'm going to drop all of those. Let's see. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Hello, Chad. How are you doing today? I feel that, Darnell. It's time for you to get better money, right? Hello, Aqua Beauty. How are we doing? We've got Justice in the reverse, 8 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. So there's a precarious setup right now. This could be someone who is trying to get out of pay you money that they owe you. For those of you that have ever had a career in sales, you may have dealt with a company that didn't want to pay you the commissions that you earned. But this is saying you are able to walk away from something that is unfair. That injustice is maybe they're paying or maybe they're charging you a fee that you shouldn't have to be paying. Maybe this is something where they increased your monthly cost and you're not okay with it. But if you address this, if you walk away from something before it has the ability to cause you issues, then you're able to get what you want. This is like, so I don't drink, but I used to. And I used to prefer, for obvious reasons, going to the bar for happy hour and ordering what I wanted to drink before that happy hour ended. Once that happy hour ended, I was like, I don't know, that margarita seems a lot more expensive now for a couple of reasons. This is somebody who's saying, I'm going to do what I need to be in a place where I can get what I want because I thought ahead of time, how can I make that $20 last longer at happy hour? You know what I mean? We've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Somebody who is alleviating anxiety, knows how to minimize the stress that they're dealing with. 5 of Cups in the reverse takes action to set themselves up for success and avoid a regret. 5 of Wands in the reverse. We just had a bunch of 5s. So the number 5 could be important for you. But this is saying you know exactly, or you will, what to do to avoid a situation that would make you feel stuck or make you regret a decision. And with some just good old-fashioned thinking, using the old noggin, you're able to prevent a catastrophe or a problem for you in terms of finances. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands in the reverse, and the World in the reverse. This is something that you are spending money on or investing in that you maybe don't even realize that you're still spending your money on, but it is not, I feel like it's not giving you the return that you want. When Netflix upped their monthly subscription, I was like, it's a no for me. It's one of those things where you're able just to like tighten things up a little bit or stop spending money on something that's wasteful. Because there's something more meaningful for you. There's something that's more important. The Wheel of Fortune, Chariot in the reverse, and the 3 of Cups in the reverse. So one thing to keep in mind is when you make this change, for some of you, it could be, I'm not going to, go to any more happy hours, or I don't want to continue to smoke cigarettes. When you make this change, there could be some people that are like, whoa, why would you make that change? We don't support that you want to make your life better. There are people who might make it more difficult for you, right? 3 of Cups in the reverse, a lack of support. So if you make a decision to change what you spend your money on, who you spend your time with, whether or not you buy somebody lunch, whatever it is, there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, wait, why though? I really liked Netflix, or I really liked that kind of coffee. And you're going to have maybe a little bit of a struggle because you're going to have to justify what you're changing, what you're doing, because somebody thinks that you should continue on spending your money like that. Hello, Holy Yoga. No worries, Key Controller. Hello, Carophagus. How we doing? I hope your weekend's going well. Hello, Voyager. How are you? This is the Kipper. Official person, number 22. Marriage, number 3. And 35, pathway. So keep in mind, this marriage card can refer to a contract. It doesn't have to be a romantic contract. This could be purchasing a house, purchasing a car, right? But we have somebody who is with the official person. That's you. You're the one who gets to make the decision. And I feel like this is kind of underscoring the fact that there could be somebody who wants to tell you how to make this decision. No. It is your decision to make. Because for some of you, this is, do you want to move forward with a relationship that somebody doesn't approve of? Do you want to change your career or pivot to something that maybe your family doesn't really like? This is saying make your own decision and make the changes accordingly because you can get what you want. Maybe someone's saying, you can't get married, you can't even afford it. And you're like, oh, you think I can? Just wait. I'll find it. I'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Seasons, cycles, elements, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And intuition, innate perception, instinct, clairsentience, and extrasensory. So you have an understanding that maybe some things are changing, therefore you need to change. Or you feel something needs to end that maybe somebody else doesn't want to end. For some of you, you're able to like repurpose your energy by letting go of a situationship. You're able to put your money that you've been wasting on, I don't know, some social thing that doesn't really matter to you anymore towards a project that's more meaningful. This is saying, listen to your intuition. Don't let other people influence you more than they should, or maybe even at all, because you know what direction you need to be going in. And it seems to me like there's somebody standing in your way. Enlightenment, emergence, insight, growth, illumination, and clear path. So where you previously thought there's really only one path forward, this is what I have to do. Now you're realizing there's like a back road that runs parallel to the backed up highway that you don't want to like stay on, because who loves being in traffic on a highway, right? So you find this other path and you're like, sweet, now I can get what I want. We've got dimensions, portals, astral travel, otherworldly, unseen, and metaphysical. So this is it's like a back road that other people can't see unless they've got good intuition as well. So you just have to use your brains. You're able to figure out what you need to do. This is wild. Another reference to pathway. So we had pathway from the Kipper, and now we have it from the Voyage of the Soul as well. Choices, alternatives, horizons, new, forward, and direction. Metamorphosis, transformation, change, renewal, revolution, and rebirth. Remember that the death card also means rebirth. Some people view that card as, kind of something to be feared, but it's one of the most beautiful cards because it indicates somebody who's going through a transformation. It's not always an ending. Sometimes it's a rebirth, right? All right, this is the cats rule the earth, because they do. Hello, Kimberly. How are you doing? Knight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is an obstacle that I do feel like happens or like pops up unexpectedly. So this could be you need to service your car. You decide to sell the house because you realize you need to replace the roof. I don't know. There's something here that's like, okay, I can't deny this or defer this any longer. I need to take action on it now. 8 of Wands. That's good for you. I said, you need to take action on this now. And then what do we get? A card of action. This is not a card where you wait around and see if you can avoid doing something. This is, okay, I know what I need to do, and I'm going to do it right now. Temperance, Two of Swords in the reverse, making a decision regarding how to make sure you get what you want, how to establish or reestablish tranquility or peace in your life. I love that we have the Three of Cups in the upright, clarifying the Three of Cups in the reverse. This seems to suggest when you make a decision to improve your life, you may have some sacrifices, some people that are maybe not as close friends to you as they were before, but you find your soul tribe. There are people that support what you want to change about your life, at the risk of potentially making somebody upset with me. I'm going to tell you my truth anyways. I had friends that were not really my friends, but they would spend time with me because I would go to things like happy hour. When I decided I was no longer interested in going to things like happy hour or drinking as much, there were some weird things that happened with some of my friends who didn't seem to understand, how can I be your friend if you're not interested in getting drunk with me? And I love them, I miss them, but sometimes when you don't have that habit or that desire to go to happy hour, then people lose interest in being your friend. And that happened to me. That's okay. If you don't want to spend time with me for the sake of spending time with me, and you have to have a whole bunch of drinks around you in order to justify it, then you were never my friend to begin with, right? If you have to be drunk to laugh at my jokes, you don't deserve to hear them in the first place. So we've got the Nine of Swords and the World. It may be a little bit stressful. It may feel a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to make choices in my life that support my goals. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to follow my intuition, and I'm going to go towards what makes me happy. If that means I move away from you, so be it. You smelled a little funny anyway. No, it's just, sometimes you have to appreciate that when you want new things in your life, it sometimes comes at a cost of some of those things that have been around for a long time. You've gotten used to them, but maybe they're not necessarily what you need anymore, right? So the focus is on this Ten of Cups. How can I get that living situation or that home life or that relationship that I want? There are sacrifices that I have to make, and I will. Someone could be saving up for a proposal, right? I got to buy the ring. Can't afford that coffee anymore. Or, trying to buy a house. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords and the reverse. And the Page of Wands. So I know where the issues lie. I know that some people probably get a little upset with me that I don't want to go with them to happy hour anymore, or that I'm not going to, buy everyone's lunch every Friday. I've got to make some changes because the money needs to be where I want it to be in order for me to take advantage of this offer or to make this offer. So they're doing what they can and communicating what they need to about what's changing so that they can get this Knight of Cups, this wish fulfillment. This is What's the News. What else do we have? Red flagged, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Things get more difficult for you to control from a financial standpoint if you don't follow your intuition. So if you get a little nagging feeling that I need to change this, or it's time for me to, kind of grow up or pivot, then heed that. Detective, snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. And skirt. Quick getaway, the runner and escaping. Some of you are dealing with a person who is looking to make you feel guilty about what you're trying to do or the changes you want to make in your life. And some of you are dealing with a person that doesn't want to pay you back money that they owe you. In some situations, I feel like I'm reading for a person that is going to go no contact or cut off a friend or family member that still owes them money, but cutting them off means you'll never come back for more. And I've let go of that, right? Not a stress in my life anymore. In general, my advice to you, if you're going to loan money to anybody, because you're not a bank, right? You're a person. Because you're not a bank, and then I have a bank right here. If you loan money to somebody, do not expect it back. If you want to establish that that is money that you do have to get back, even if you have a legal document with a witness, it's going to be a pain in your butt. Don't loan money to people unless you genuinely do not expect it to come back to you. This is somebody who I feel like has dealt with being overly accommodating or helpful to people that they care about, and then found that those people are willing to take advantage of you. You don't deserve that. Maybe it's time for you to skirt, right? You've been avoiding me. You've been avoiding doing right by me. So guess what? Maybe it's time for me to walk away. All right, this is the Love Oracle. What's up, cardologist? I told my parents about your username yesterday. They thought it was funny. Hello. Did I do it right? Or should I call you Pift? You tell me. Hello, Foxy. Hello, Illuminati. How are we doing today? Also had an honorable mention for the person whose username is My Farts Smell Like Gravy. You know, we were talking about people who have interesting usernames. Don't worry, Bumface. I talked about you too. We've got perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. So I know I've been there. I know I've been your friend, or I know that I have, funded things for you, but I have to make a change because I have things that I want to achieve. I want to sell my house. I want to buy a different house. I want to buy a car. I want to invest in the stock market, whatever it is. This is saying I'm going to change how I'm spending money, probably on somebody else, because I need to spend that money on something that is important to me. That's interesting. So next to the perspective card, where somebody's realizing maybe things will be better without this person, we have hopeless and hoping. My take on this is that initially, whoever you have this conversation with about finances, they're going to be overly emotional about it, sinking, despair, falling apart. They may cry, they may name call, but this is important for them. They need to be independent as well. If they are dependent upon you, if they keep coming to you for money, they will never believe in themselves to solve their own problems. This hopelessness turns into hope because they realize they were leaning on you too much anyways. And they're actually much more capable than they gave themselves credit for. Thank you, Peggy. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hello, Steven. Keep controlling. It wasn't gossiping. I was just, telling them about some funny names we got on my channel. So we've got, so does that mean all of you are going to change your names now and try to make it? Just kidding. We got finality. I know we've hung out for a long time. I know we've been friends for a long time, but I've got to leave this behind. This is something that is the old me. Longing, craving, aching, wanting, and family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. For many of you, you are making a change in your life because you realize that you want to prioritize the planning that you need to do in order to start a family with someone. Which, if you're quitting drinking, that's probably a solid plan too. This is, I'm willing to give something up that isn't really working out for me, or I'm willing to change how I spend my money in order to get to this living situation or this happy goal that I have. Karma, consequences, cause and effect, and debts. whoever you've been dealing with where it seems like they've been taking advantage of you financially, this is their karma to no longer be able to lean on you. But I don't want you to view it as a punishment, because this is somebody who is responsible for themselves or can be. And when they are no longer, can't use that phrase, when they are no longer hitting you up for money, they realize they are capable of taking care of themselves. For some of you, this family card about pregnancy is more about you cutting off a child and them realizing that they can be their own independent person. Maybe they're 19, 22, whatever it is, right? They're going to throw a little fit. They have some debts they need to pay that are their own. But over time, they realize they've been avoiding their own responsibility, and they can't rely on you to do everything for them. Are they going to admit it right away? Hell no. They need a little bit of healing first. But you need to make this change for yourself, because your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment, is something that you do deserve in your life. This person standing in the way of you being able to get it it's not very fair of them to do that, right? It's not very loving of them to do that. All right, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Hello, Done and Dunner. I love the name. How's your day? David Faulkner. Sounds familiar. Possibly? Did I say hello to Matt? I think I did. Yeah, this is probably pretty cool. Hello, Shin. How are you doing? Blood Moon. So we did have the family card that says bloodlines. Illusion, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, egotism, and narcissism. So you could be dealing with cutting off a person who's rather entitled. They feel like you should be solving all their problems for them, right? Hello, Rebel Bedlam. How's it going? What else? Serpent, number 32, rebirth. Remember when I was talking about rebirth? And that came out in one of these cards. Yeah, metamorphosis. So the Serpent card says rebirth, nonconformity, new approaches, and unconventionality. You may have thought that I couldn't get what I want, or even I thought I couldn't get what I wanted. But when I really put my mind to it, I realized there is a way to do it. I just was maybe feeling a little guilty about choosing myself because someone's entitled to what I have. This is the Beginner's Tarot. What else do we have? Six of Cups in the reverse. Someone who's stuck in kind of an immature energy. 4 of Wands in the reverse. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I'm an immature kid. I want you to pay for everything. They don't want to do their own work. Now, for some of you, this is your romantic partner, and they just expect you to do all the work, right? For some of you, this is an actual child, maybe even a sibling, but it's like, hey, man, like, I get it. It's nice to have everybody else do things for you, but at some point, you're going to have to be your own person. You're going to have to, like, make your own money. You're going to have to, like, make your own bed, do your own dishes, your own laundry, whatever this is. It's like, it's time to grow up, right? Pay your own bills. 7 of Swords. They have been lying about something, trying to make it seem like they are less capable of taking care of themselves, but they're also very likely to view your choosing yourself, which is not selfish. They're very likely to see that as a betrayal. How come you're not taking care of me? How come you're not doing all this stuff for me anymore? How come you think I should do stuff for myself? That's wild. No. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, Chariot in the reverse. They're going to potentially tell you a little bit of a sob story or some sort of exaggerated lie to make you feel like you can't change things now. Hey, you know, I get it, but like, I have this really expensive bill coming up. Maybe you could make those changes in like 3 months. It's like they're going to try to negotiate with you. I wouldn't do it. If you're going to cut this person off, it cannot be like a slow walked cut off. It's going to have to be, I'm not paying for this anymore. You're on your own. I will help you find a job. I will help you, you know, make some changes, but you're going to need to be more independent. It's time for you to start a new life or do things, you know, as your own person. Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I really do feel when you speak your truth, I'm leaving or I'm moving or I'm not going to be, you know, paying your bills anymore, or I've got to make this change. They're going to respond with some sort of, oh, but this is a problem. Oh, but I need you to do this. And I can't make this on my own. They're going to try to make their problem your problem again. They might put a timeline on it, right? Like I said, like, maybe in 3 months, could you do that? Hello, Darth. How are you doing? Shin. I like it. Allergic to accountability. I think that's definitely a thing. Or at least they say it is, right? Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy. You need to communicate and take the corresponding action like in the same moment. If you communicate your plans and then you give them 3 months, those plans are never going to come to fruition. They're going to find a way to manipulate you. So in other words, they're kind of testing you. Like, how serious are you? Can I convince you not to? Because then I feel like I can take advantage of you for longer. So tell this person you're on your own. You're going to have to pay your own bills, or, you know, there's some things that's changed in my budget, so I can't buy your gas or buy your groceries or whatever this is, right? Maybe you, when you initially tell them, you say, this is going to take effect in 2 weeks. I give you a little bit of space so you can like figure things out, but I'm not going to negotiate that. There's something here about if you delay or if you postpone this decision, it doesn't work out. So you got to be able to stick to those boundaries. This is the signs of the times. What else do we have? Skull endings, metamorphosis, and change. And achievements, crystals. So you're able to get what you want. You're able to have that wish fulfillment. For some of you, it's maybe even retiring, right? But you have to negotiate this ending with somebody before you get that thing that you want. It makes something possible that you felt was not possible, but you have to stand up for yourself and tell somebody that they need to be a little bit more independent. So I hope that helps. Thank you, everyone, for the likes and the subscribes. Hello, first time. I hope you make good decisions this weekend. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.